I'm making an army battling game where villagers turn to werewolves at night. At one point, I found myself naming werewolf objects like these. The third one had me finally question my life choices. Here's what happened. Many units in the game are humans and werewolves, so naturally I created those two objects. A werewolf really is just a human object that has transformation logic, so I made it inherit from human. Both humans and werewolves can fight, so they are combatants. They can move, so they're rollable entities, which of course are entities. Everything seems to be fine so far. But then, here comes the problem. Units in my game can transform into different types of werewolves. There's a vampire werewolf with lifesteal and a tanky werewolf with high block chance, and so on. So of course, I make vampire werewolf and tanky werewolf. Problem solved, right? Until I need a werewolf that's both tanky and a vampire. Okay, so I make tanky vampire werewolf. But should it inherit from werewolf? Then I have to rewrite lifesteal and tankiness again. Should it inherit from vampire werewolf? Then I still have to rewrite tankiness. Okay, I'll just chain them all together. Tanky werewolf inherits from vampire werewolf inherits from werewolf. Done. Until I decide that an enemy human needs lifesteal. But the lifesteal logic is buried inside the werewolf classes, so I have to repeat the entire inheritance circus for the human class as well. At this point, I think, wait, I don't need all these classes. I'll just move the lifesteal and tanky logic into the human class. Now both humans and werewolves can access them.
Sometimes my genius is...
Hold up. Now every human, even the ones that are not werewolves, has to check if it's a vampire or tanky. And then I hit the next problem. What if non-human units need lifesteal too? All right, move the logic up to combatant. But what if non-combatants need it? Move it up again. And before you know it, all the lifesteal and tanky checks are all the way up to the entity class. Now even a rock has to check if it's a vampire. Now that everybody is wearing this stupid cape, it's time for a new strategy. Forget about humans, forget about werewolves, everything is now just an entity. Whether something is a werewolf is simply a matter of attaching the right components. Let's build the Swordsman. He can move, so we attach a movement component. He can take damage, so add health. He deals damage, so give him combat. And he has animations, so add animation. Boom, Swordsman done. Now the Peasant Werewolf. Same components so far. Movement, health, combat, animation. For the werewolf part, add a werewolf animation module inside the animation component. And attach a transformation component that listens to day-night cycles and tells the animation component what to play. What about a tree? A tree doesn't move, fight, or take damage, so all it gets is an animation component. That's it. No unnecessary checks, no inheritance chains, no secret vampire code. Anywhere. Now comes the fun part. Want it to be a vampire? Attach a lifesteal component. Now they heal as they attack. Want it tanky too? Add a tankiness component. Want it transformed to a werewolf? Add the animation and transformation components. When you start adding things like lifesteal, triggered effects, or effects that stay locked until something happens, you don't want to add 20 different components to every entity at construction time. Use an effect component instead. Every entity has one, but it starts empty, and the battle manager only gives it the effects the entity actually needs when it actually needs them. For my final act, let's attach movement, health, and combat to a tree. And just like that, with just a few clicks, you can have beef with a group of trees before GTA 6. That's all, folks. Composition gives us building blocks, and building blocks scale. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.